as they get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard.
Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
46 down, man, 5-4.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Davis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Bengals nothing.
Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
The score, Eagles 14, Bengals nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Mixon, the Bengals.
Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
Roby-Coleman on the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Rager. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
15-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check. Check out now. Sunday. Alert 3. 4-5-7.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Gain of 29 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On second down, here's Mixon, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The score, Eagles 14, Bengals nothing.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Wentz going to throw. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. Third down here.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wentz now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Wentz again. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Davis will try to run for it. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Now that was a designed run. Now remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but now it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Jake Elliott readies for the field goal try. He was originally drafted by the Bengals. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the field goal there counts what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you to the end zone, get you 6?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow, flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here comes Rager. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
From the 29, Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. The 20. 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half.
For Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To the air again, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. He's coming. He's coming, double up. M24.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We own them. Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. I'm coming for you, son. Sunday. Seven's a Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 7.
On first down, Wentz. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Block. Man 5-7. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Mike 7.
Again, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
For Philadelphia.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
31 yards.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd down, Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow going deep for Walker. And that is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And Walker has it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check.
And Burrow going to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing again, it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
Probably didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
Delaney Walker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Down the man inside. Down the man. This by 7.
Wentz. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Had to
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. This ball complete to Rager. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And now you saw exactly why the rookie out of TCU, Jalen Rager, was selected in the first round by the Philadelphia Eagles. Great quickness, terrific speed, adds a deep threat to the lineup. And remember, Carson Wentz threw for over 4,000 yards last year and didn't have a single wide receiver who had catches over 500 yards. A terrific addition by the Eagles in the first round, albeit a bit of a surprise. I think they're going to like what they get out of this young man from Fort Worth.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't see their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it 24-13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
41-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. First down. Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. To the air again, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Complete.
Joe Mixon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. Again, it's Burrow. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal.
Bengals 21.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On second down now, it's Sanders, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
gets hurt. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. And his defense here going to... earn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Davis. Now Davis fumbles it, and the Bengals grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Now, a big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On the sneak, gets hurt. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. On the sneak, gets hurt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Going for it with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Eagles 31, Bengals 21.
And this carries into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's a give to Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
He was tackled at
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here we go with Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Burrow's pass.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. From midfield now, Burrow. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
Here we go, back man. 120!
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Eagles, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire.